Tuesday, and the need is so great right here in Utah. One option for you to give where your money really matters is to the rescue mission of Salt Lake.
Joining us now in this sponsored interview is Chris Crosswhite. Hi, Chris.
Hi.
We're so happy to have you, and this is such an important topic. People experiencing homelessness, the numbers are going up here locally.
It is. So last night it was 24 degrees outside, and we had over 900 people living outside on Utah streets last night. And in the last year, we've had over 8,600 people become homeless for the very first time in Utah.
Chris, I can't fathom that, someone outside last night. I mean, we walk out to our cars this morning and we feel chilly.
Yeah.
We didn't spend the night outside.
Right. I mean, it is life-defining and potentially life-ending for people who are living outside. And one thing, as you're experiencing deep hypothermia, you'll actually start feeling warm. So you'll take off clothes because you're sweating and feeling warm, which then just increases the rate of your demise.
Those numbers that you just said are shocking. So tell us about the rescue mission and how you're helping the unhoused.
So for the unhoused, we have teams that go out into the community virtually every day to be encouraging people to come into shelter. And then we have shelter every day of the year. Is our emergency day room is open, our emergency shelter is open, but also it's meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, clothing, appropriate winter clothing, blankets, love, care, compassion to instill hope in people so they desire to change their life. So our emergency services, including shelter and seek and rescue outreach, is really the start of what we do so we can address the cause of homelessness in a person's life and help them permanently off our streets and into employment and housing of their own. But the first step is to help people actively living outside into emergency shelter so they can learn about our program.
Chris, let's break down the numbers I talked about earlier. So Giving Tuesday, donations up from 2022 to 2023, but what's the message behind that?
Yeah, so that's a great point. Giving Tuesday is up, but giving to charities last year in 2022 was actually down for the first time in 40 years. And that means charities, especially local charities like the Rescue Mission of Salt Lake, are struggling where donations are down. A lot of the national charities that get a lot of the spotlight are up significantly and they market nationally. But local organizations with boots on the ground, changing lives here in Utah, like the Rescue Mission of Salt Lake, are actually struggling this year. So we need a great Giving Tuesday to bolster our numbers and send us into the year end. And then donations usually drop down in January and February. So it'd be fantastic to have a great Giving Tuesday at the Rescue Mission. People can go to rescuesaltlake.org to learn about us and to donate right on our website.
I'm so glad that you are here on Giving Tuesday because if viewers right now are thinking, well, who should I choose? This is somebody that you should choose to give a little bit to. Anything goes a long way. You say not only do you need the financial gifts, but you need food, clothing, hygiene items. I mean, there's so much that we can do to keep the rescue mission thriving.
Yeah, absolutely. It costs us a little over $1 to provide a meal. So $10 can go a very long ways. $50 can go a phenomenally long ways. And that's because we have partners in the community that donate food and keep our costs really, really low. We had food drives through local organizations. So when a person donates, it actually just costs a little over $1 to provide a meal. It costs $7 to provide a night of shelter, a little bit less than a local hotel. And
quite a bit less, Chris.
It is quite a bit less.
You've been doing this for a long time.
I have.
Why?
Yeah. Well, it is absolutely incredible when you see a person's life changed, when you see them actively struggling in a life-defining issue, and then have them address that issue and become self-sufficient. One of my greatest joys was when the graduates of our New Life program become homeowners. We just had a friend, Larry, in about 21 months, go from homelessness to home ownership for the first time. It's incredible.
That's emotional. Mm-hmm. And right now, with those numbers so high, is there enough room? Do you have the space to be able to help them turn their lives around? Yeah,
so the sad point about that is no, we don't. We are actively turning people away to our inpatient New Life program, and we're actively turning people away from nightly shelter and handing blankets and sleeping bags out at our door when we're at capacity every night. So we need in Utah to increase the number of shelter capacities.
Chris, how much money would help if our viewers can donate?
Yeah, so I can break that down to what they want to do. It is $1.06 provides a meal, $7 provides a night of shelter, $25 provides crisis counseling, $500 sponsors a person on our recovery program. So we actually need two $500 gifts to sponsor a person for a year on our
we can do that.
Program.
Chris, Utahns can do that. And that's what I love is they step up when it's time to step up. RescueSaltLake.org, everybody. It is Giving Tuesday. And that is such a deserving group to give to. Chris Crosswhite, thank you so much for coming back on the show.
Yeah, if we all do that, huge difference. Thank you. All right. Thank you to the rescue mission of Salt Lake for this sponsored interview.